Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen the complete context of dimming an LED. That means dimming an LED in the increasing way and the decreasing way. That means increasing the brightness of the LED from nil to the maximum brightness and decreasing the brightness of the LED from the maximum brightness to nil. Okay, so now you know the complete difference between the digital write and analog write, between the digital output and analog output. Okay, and also you know the benefits of having the analog outputs over the digital outputs, because analog outputs are capable of giving any value including the digital outputs as well. Okay, because 0 and 255 also possible in analog, but digitals are not. They can give only two possible values, two values. Excuse me guys, I'm sorry. Okay, so yes, so analog right things are amazing, right? So anyway, better than digital things. And also you know now something contrary to the previous, something I said at the earliest videos of these tutorials I mean, I'm sorry, of this playlist, that LED can hold only plus and minus. That means only plus 5 and ground, only on and off. No, LED can hold in between values, increased brightness, right? Brightness 0, off, on, and in between state also, right? Little bit brightness, little bit more than the brightness, little more brightness, little more brightness, maximum brightness, like that. LED can hold the analog values. Okay, 0 point, that means 50% of brightness, 75% of brightness, 25% of brightness it can hold. Okay, so now you understand that, and now you understand the whole concept, right? So now you don't actually have to write all this code. Okay, if you want, this code is in the examples of Arduino. Okay, so what the examples mean is, in the Arduino they have given you few codes to go through, to study, or to begin with. Okay, to do something, to do the basic things like blink and other things, they have given us an examples. Okay, so that you can practice them. Okay, so where you can find them, open the file and you can find something called examples. Right there you can find so many example codes. Excuse me guys. Okay, so if you want to start with something, you can take this example code and study. Okay, for example, let's say you want to do something with buttons, switches, so then you can open this button example. Okay, and you can go through that and read and get some understanding of basic button scenarios. Then you can customize it for according to your purpose. That's all. Likewise, blink is in the examples. Okay, because blink we have already done separately, but still blink is something basic, right? So they have given you in under example. So if you open blink, you can see the same coding of blink. Okay, so you don't worry about these things. This is something else. This LED built-in, what is the meaning of that? This is kind of a reserved keyword, so don't worry about that now. Okay, I mean, you can study about this, that's up to you. For the moment, let's not get into that. Okay, so blink is there, and so many things are there. Okay, you can just go through, play around and have a look. Okay, but don't get scared. Okay, get it. So now let's open the example for this particular code. Okay, so in the basics, if you go there, you can go in the exam. Okay, again, let me do again. Go to file, examples, go to basics, and there is something called fade. So this is the code that we have been trying up to now. Okay, we manually typed it, so I don't want you to go and take examples and do it, because you want to learn something from the basics. So I'm teaching you from typing from the first letter of the code. So now you can go and have a look, since you know the code now. So I opened the fade, I guess. Let's see whether it is getting opened or not. I clicked it, but looks like it is not getting opened. Oh, I don't know what happened. Let's try to open something else. This is getting opened, but this fade thing is not getting open. Let's see what happens. Oh, something is wrong. Okay, so let's not worry about that. So if you open this fade, okay guys, so go here and examples and open this fade code, and you should see somewhat similar code to this. Okay, almost similar code, but there are small differences. If you go see that, you will understand it, right? Okay, so I'm not getting into that again, because it is the same. You just go through that and try to understand what are the differences that fade example code have from this code that we have typed. Okay, that's fine. Now So we have manually increased the brightness, everything is fine. But still, this is kind of an automated scenario. That means it happens the way it is, right? Can't we just customize it, okay, from with an input? So what I'm asking you is, can't we go for a new scenario, okay, where you are giving an input, okay, you are giving an input, according to that input, can't we get the analog output? Now our analog output is fixed, right? It is going from 0 to 255, no, 0 to 255 and coming down to 0, again 255, come again 0. This is what we are doing now, right? This is automated. Now what if we are giving the user a chance to give an input inside an analog pin, one pin, okay, and another pin, okay, or another LED, okay, let's say an LED that should get an analog output that is proportional to the input, or that is the respect output for the input. For example, if you are giving 100% of this input, the LED should be in the 100% brightness. What is this? Okay. If you are getting 50% of the analog input, LED should be in the 50% of the brightness. If you are giving 25% of the analog input, LED should be in the 25% of the brightness. Okay. Or yeah, that's fine. Okay. So if you do something like that, that would be cool, right? The user can rotate something that can give an analog input, analog switch or something, and the LED's brightness is increasing according to that and decreasing according to that. So that means the switch and LEDs looks like connected to the user. Okay, he will feel like, oh, the LED is working according to the switch. Like how you are increasing the volume of your radio. You know, if you have the old time radios, there's a volume button, right? So if you are rotating the volume button one side, according to that rotation amount, the volume will be increasing. If you are rotating the volume button the other way around, according to the level of this rotation on that side, the the volume will be decreased. Likewise, what if we have the same scenario for LED's brightness instead of volume? Let's say you have an analog, that kind of button like you have in your radios, that rotating button, right? You know what I'm telling about, right? The rotating thing. You can remember how you increase and decrease in the brightness, volume of the radio, right? If you know radio, you know that. Okay, that's fine. So what if we have some kind of scenario, some kind of button or something to give an analog input, okay, analog input value, depending on that, instead of a volume, what if we can control the brightness of the LED? Okay, so you rotate that thing, that button or something in one side, and depending on the amount of rotation, the brightness will be increased. If you rotate that guy in the other side, opposite side, decreasing side, depending on the amount of rotation on that side, the LED's brightness will be decreased. You can play around with that. Okay, so how we can do it, if there's a possibility, let's have a look on those things in the upcoming videos, guys. So follow me up in the next video. I will catch you up there.